Today's episode is sponsored by Calypso Cigar Shop and Lounge in Richardson, Texas, one of Dallas-Fort Worth's premier cigar lounges. If you haven't been there yet, go check it out. Off of I-75 and Arapahoe, it has one of the largest humidors in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, filled with some of the best cigars on the planet. They also have a beautiful lounge you can sit at and enjoy your cigar. So go visit Matt and the crew at Calypso Cigar Shop and Lounge, located at 1002 North Central Expressway, Suite 589 in Richardson, Texas. And hey, if you're not in the area, give them a call at 972-761-9903. That number again, 972-761-9903. Hey everybody, this is Brandon Luna with Cigars and Cinema, Love to Hate, and Kiefer for Prez. Today's episode is sponsored by Nat Sherman Premium Cigars. With such great cigars in their lineup as the 93-rated Timeless Dominican, 92-rated Timeless Nicaraguan, 96-rated Host Maduro, and the brand new 91-rated Metropolitan Habano, every time you reach for a Nat Sherman, you're going to get a quality cigar. So ask for Nat Sherman Premium Cigars at your local cigar lounge. You won't be disappointed. Love to Hate, the podcast that asks the question, what do you love to hate?
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
And I hate your ass face!
Do you love it?
No!
Do you hate it?
Oh, yeah. Yes!
You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard!
I'm charting your general direction.
No more foreplay.
Hey kids, it's Monday, so it's time for another episode of Love to Hate. I'm Philip Fullman.
And I am Brandon Luna.
Yes, you are. Woohee! I don't even know what that is.
What, woohee?
Woohee,
Woohee?
yeah.
It's kind of a combination of woohoo and hee-hee, I guess.
All right.
Or yippee,
Yippee.
maybe? Yeah.
You're excited to be here is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. It's
Why
fun.
are you excited to be here, Brandon? What are we going to talk about that has you so excited?
You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited about the fact that the holidays are here.
Are you really?
And Halloween's over, and by golly, Christmas just exploded everywhere.
Just now? It is exploded?
For the last month, yeah. Since October. Maybe even September.
And you're excited about that?
No, I hate it.
As do I.
Excited about hating it. How about that? How's that?
There we go.
Yeah.
That sounds like the making of a podcast. Yeah.
Exactly.
Love to hate the holidays.
God, they're such a beatdown, man. They're such a beatdown.
So what is it you hate about the holiday? Is it the commercialism or is it the actual having to participate in the holiday part of it?
The commercialism I'm kind of out of now because I don't have terrestrial television anymore, so I don't see all the ads. I don't see all the... I don't get a newspaper anymore, so I don't get bombarded with that. I do get junk mail, but...
Yeah. But I mean, that ends up in the trash.
Exactly, yeah. So, and my wife does her due diligence, and I love that she does this, and I would never do this. If I was single, it just wouldn't happen. But she actually will, if a piece of junk mail comes, she'll take it, she'll write a letter saying, please take us off your list, and put it in that self-addressed stamped envelope and send it back to him.
Wow,
So it gets you off all those lists, which is great.
Theoretically, it does.
Yeah, and it works pretty well. We get those little banner, one-sheet piece of crap advertisements and that value pack that you can never get off the list of.
Yeah, no.
But that's about it.
If you're a human being and you live someplace, you're getting a Val Pack coupon.
Oh, yeah. But the commercialism side of it, yeah, seeing everything, you walk into a store. You don't even have to walk into a store now. You drive past billboards and billboards of, buy this, buy that, holidays this, holidays that. It's there. But
it's inescapable.
It is inescapable. And
it starts earlier and earlier.
Participating is a pain in the ass as well. Are you the early shopper, the later shopper? Do you even? I guess you don't even really participate in
not
Christmas,
so much, yeah,
quote unquote.
Yeah, Hanukkah. You've got eight crazy nights. But I mean, the whole point of Hanukkah is it's not about the gifts. You do give gifts, but it's not this. The emphasis isn't on the gift giving necessarily. It's about spending time with family. And remembrance. It's a fun time, but it's not about this, hey, here's my shopping list and here's a list of the, top 10 items that I really want. One's a brand new TV and I also want the, My Pretty Pony, doll carrier or whatever.
Right.
So that's not the emphasis of it.
The Darth Vader action figure carrier.
Oh, yeah. I didn't have that one, but I had the other one, the first one that had the characters on it.
Yeah.
Had that up until as long as I had my Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just, I don't know. It seems disingenuous. I love the idea of Thanksgiving, of spending time being thankful, although a lot of times when you listen to people being thankful, it sounds a lot like Schadenfreude. Mm-hmm. It's like, are you really thankful, or are you just glad that other guy screwed and you're not as screwed as that guy? Because it starts to sound that way. It's like, hey, there's people out there living in a box, having to perform sex acts for heroin. It's like, is that really something that you're thankful you're not that guy? Or,
maybe he's thankful for that guy because,
Yeah, that's a good point. But Thanksgiving, I think I love the idea of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea that now Christmas infringes upon Thanksgiving so much.
Like, that annoys me.
Hey, by the way, before you've even finished digesting, run into the car and go get in line and go trample a lot of other people. And I think if you want to see what's wrong with the country, you just watch how people shop on Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And just the trampling. It's like, man, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, people are assholes, basically, especially
they are
on the holidays. I couldn't. I mean, Thanksgiving really out of that core group of things. I love Halloween. I loved it more when I was able to participate in it. I loved it as a kid, and there was those weird, awkward years where you don't really love it because you're too old to trick or treat anymore. And then I loved it as an adult.
And not old enough to drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I loved it as an adult because sluts and women dressed as sluts and beer is great. So those were great years, but then once you get into the kids, not so much. Now I got to take my kids out. I don't get to have all the fun, whatever. So Halloween doesn't mean as much to me now. It means
you're not the dad who wears a costume to take their kids trick or treating.
On occasion, but I don't go crazy with it.
Right.
Basically, because Halloween is like a shell of what it once was. I mean, in my neighborhood, there's maybe out of 30 houses, 5 or 10 that participate.
Yeah,
it seems to be more moving towards the corporate side of it, like, take them to this shopping mall, and because Halloween was on a Monday this year, so take them to the shopping mall on Friday or Saturday, and all the shops will give you some candy, and there'll be some discounts on things. And while you're here, start your Christmas shopping. That's what it has become. It's that segue to Christmas, and that I hate that. And
really, what is the point of Christmas? I think there are some people who still hold it as a religious holiday, and it has significance to them for that. But by and large, it is just a giant commercial holiday. That's all it is designed around. And all the ads, as sappy and sentimental as they get, it's all about buy stuff.
Yeah.
Buy something for somebody. And where I take issue with it is when people, they talk about, well, no, it's about showing people you care. But then you hear people start conversations with, what should I get this person? Or I need to get so-and-so. No. If this is genuine, why are you saying I need to? It should never be I have to or I need to. You should just give somebody something because you want to. But it seems like Christmas is all about obligation.
Yeah, very much
like inviting somebody to a wedding. Like, well, we got to invite them because if we don't, then this person gets upset. So you end up giving gifts because you feel like you have to.
Right. And I hate how that spreads out, too. It's like, these people included all the nieces and nephews with gifts, so now we have to do the same thing. It's like, I'm going to buy for my core group, my wife, my 2 daughters, maybe something for my mom and dad, and that's about it. If I didn't get something for this niece or this nephew or, this aunt, sorry, that's just not, I'm not going to do that. That's not who I am. So I hate that obligation part of it, too. But the other thing is, like, news coverage for the holidays is never about giving. There's none of those. Maybe on a local level you might get a couple of those news stories that are about somebody doing something nice for each other, but for the most part it's about how much money did they make this year, was it better than last year, driving the economy. It's all about that.
Well, there's a reason they call it Black Friday.
Yeah,
because it's all about now retailers are in the black.
Yeah,
whereas through most of the year they probably haven't. This is when you make profit.
Yeah,
is at the end of the year. And of course as soon as the holiday's over, they're talking about, here's how retailers did.
Right.
Or articles on, do you get the best deals on Black Friday? Maybe shop prior to that. It's all about saving a buck and buying stuff. Well, and then there's the after Christmas sales, the December 26th stuff.
Right.
Where it's like, oh, hey, you may get even better deals. Because now it's, hey, we bought all this crap for the store. It didn't sell, so now we got to get rid of it.
Yep, true.
So people end up sitting on that stuff. You remember layaways? Does anybody do layaway anymore? That used to be a big thing.
I think Walmart still does layaway.
Okay.
I think that's one of the few, JCPenney, Sears, they used to do all that.
Yeah.
We really never participated in that. I don't remember being part of that thing, but I know people that did. And you just basically it sat there forever until you didn't really care about it, or you spent the money and forgot about it, or whatever.
You forgot you had it.
Yeah. I'm glad that's not there anymore. I mean, it definitely doesn't help the economy at all.
No.
Doesn't help people who don't have the money to go out
so,
there
I mean,
and spend it on stuff they don't
is
need.
people who, you want to see the economy thrive, should we be excited about the holiday? Should we be excited that this is going to pump money in?
I think to a degree, yeah. I mean, if that's your thing, especially if you're a stockholder, for
True.
these big companies like Walmart and whatever. But for us, I mean, as individuals, I think people tend to spend too much on the holidays, and then you spend half the year paying off your bills that you paid for on the holidays. But we do that where we put money aside throughout the year, so we have the money at the end of the year for Christmas, and that's what we spend. If we go past that, we don't go past that. We're just like, this is it. This is all we have. And that's it, and that's what we do, and we've done that for years, and it works for us because we don't have that extra bill that we have to then work to pay.
You're not
for.
paying off Christmas
Yeah.
all the next year.
Let me ask you this: you don't. Never mind. See, I can't even talk to you about
No,
this because you've
go
got
ahead,
a different
go ahead.
holiday.
Go ahead.
So, I mean, do you guys buy stuff for each other specifically? Like, is there hints like, oh, I really want this or I really want that, or is it just you go out and buy what you want?
Kind of both.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody could say, "Hey, it'd be nice," but I mean, it's meant to be small stuff. Some
Yeah.
people, but everybody does it different. And some Jews celebrate Christmas not as a religious holiday, but they just think it's kind of cool, like the lights, the tinsel, the trees. They just enjoy that part of it, the festive part
The
of
Santa
it.
side of it, yeah.
Yeah, more the secular side, if you will. And keep in mind, a lot of Christmas songs written by Jewish guys.
Yeah.
Not the
Neil Diamond-
religious ones, but
Neil Diamond wrote them all. I don't know.
no,
Did he?
no, the Jewish Elvis did not write them all. But no, I mean, if you look at stuff like Winter Wonderland or Baby It's Cold Outside or stuff
Yeah.
like that, nothing about, their Lord and Savior being born.
Right.
But, I can't remember the writer they were
Baby,
talking
It's Cold
to.
Outside is really rapey. Have you heard listen to the lyrics of that? It's not
You said that to me once before. No, he's kind of working. He's like, baby,
He's
come
like,
on,
hey,
baby,
you don't
it's
need to
cold."
go out. Let me grab
But
your pussy.
now, have you? Wow, it's a Donald Trump Christmas special.
Oh, right.
No, I don't even know what the hell I was
Our
going to
nation's
say.
president.
No, have you ever heard "Baby It's Cold Outside" with a woman singing the part where she's the one who doesn't want to leave? See, it can
No,
work both
I've
ways.
no.
Yeah, where she's like, "Baby, come on, it's
Yeah,
cold
but then
outside."
the woman is Kathy Baker and it's Misery. So
No,
was it Kathy Bates? What's her name?
no, Kathy Bates. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, it's he's just kind of working it. He's not being all assaulting, or he's not assaulting the woman. He's just kind of pleading. Like, come on, it's cold. Don't make me leave. Come on, let's have another drink. Let's sit by the fire.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
Okay, have a bunch of drinks. Have a drink with this little special stuff in it. Oh, you're
It's
passed
a
out.
Cosby Christmas.
Cosby Christmas. How about some Jello pudding in there?
Man, I
don't know, man.
that's
But yeah, no, I mean, I get it. Christmas is for me, since I've had kids, it's about the kids. I mean, that's
Sure.
really what it's about at this point. My wife and I tend to buy the stuff that we want throughout the year. So there's really
That's the
little
thing. Once you
things-
become an adult, what's the point?
Yeah.
It's like I can buy my own stuff. When you're a kid, it's kind of like, hey, buy me this for my birthday because I don't have a job and I'm a little kid and I'd like this toy. And then once you get older, you're like, oh, yeah, hey, this book came out. I'll buy this book. And then when it comes to, hey, what do you want for your birthday, Christmas, whatever, it's like, nothing. I kind of have it all. Why
Right.
don't we do something for the house or something like that? You don't really have to.
Yeah, we're getting new flooring for Christmas. That's
Hey, congrats.
yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
what we're
be I'm gonna be having to get some here before too long as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, good times.
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to that. Maybe that can be my Hanukkah present.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know. I kind of
probably
would. It'd be nice to be single and have Christmas because then you don't have to buy shit for anybody but yourself. That's basically it.
True.
You know.
Then it should. But then you're. Are you okay spending Christmas by yourself?
I've spent Christmas by myself before.
I spent holidays by myself.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Doesn't bother. Hey, I tell you, one of the best Thanksgiving I had. I started the day at Denny's and then loaded up on a bunch of movies and then ordered pizza.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
didn't go to Furs and get the little Thanksgiving
I was in Kansas
food?
City.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have furs.
Or Luby's,
Yeah.
the Luann plate.
Did we have No, we had a thing called Perkins.
Perkins.
Yeah.
I think I've seen
But I
Perkins.
didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good. They had a good chicken fried steak and eggs. I
Yeah.
digress. But yeah,
always
no,
digress.
it never bothered me.
Yeah.
Spending the holidays alone. I mean, if you met my family, you'd understand.
Right.
It was always, what are mom and dad going to fight about this year?
Right.
So that was kind of our family tradition. But my dad loved to cook, and he was a great cook. So I do miss the big Thanksgiving meal.
Well,
I enjoyed that.
Welcome to come over this year.
Thank you,
that,
sir.
so.
Yes.
We always
I
have a big
appreciate that.
Thanksgiving thing. We have too many people there, and I'm usually frustrated by halfway point, and I want to go smoke, and I'll have somebody to smoke with if you come over, so that'd be great.
There you go. That'll work. Can I invite people? No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to invite.
As long as they smoke.
Yeah.
Other smokers, sure.
Other smokers can.
More people smoke.
Yeah, it's. I've been the guest when I was in Kansas City. I wasn't around family, and now obviously I'm going to be not spending the holidays with family. So, so thank you. That'll be nice. But that was always the thing I look forward to with my dad and he loved to cook. That was his way of saying, that was like his gift to people. Was food. It was like I would like to feed you, and he felt like to him it was a very big gesture, and he loved cooking Thanksgiving dinner for people.
Yeah.
And he was good at it, so I really did get spoiled.
Yeah. Our Thanksgiving's changed over the years. Originally it was us doing Thanksgiving and inviting people over, and it kind of morphed into the people that got invited over now have taken over the Thanksgiving, and they bring all the food, so I just kind of sit there, which, I like it, I don't like it. There's parts of it I don't like because there's certain people that are there that I just necessarily wish wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
But the food's good, and we have a good time, so it's usually okay. But it'd be nice to have my social pariah friend Nick Phillips there this year. That I can tell people not to look in the eye.
I am a kind of a social pariah. Even in my own home, I'm a social pariah. It's amazing how that worked out. Now, one thing that I think couples struggle with, couples specifically, during the holidays, especially newlyweds, who are we going to spend the holidays with?
Yep.
Do we spend them with your folks or my folks? And, I've always kind of thought, well, now that you're a family, why don't you spend the holiday together? But sometimes that doesn't work. They're like, no, we have to spend it with my parents.
Yeah, we tried that for a number of years,
Yeah.
where it's like, well, we want to have our own holiday traditions,
Right.
so we're going to stay home and do our own thing.
Right.
But there's always so much pressure from both sides to make you feel guilty about that.
See, and that to me is just the biggest bunch of shit.
It
It's
is.
like, you know what? Back off. I now have a family. No, this is going to be our thing, our tradition. And, you should expect that once you leave the nest that they're going to do that. But it's so
Right.
weird because then parents become very territorial, like, oh, no, you should spend it. We're like, no, I'm
Right.
out of the nest.
Yeah.
I'm doing my own thing.
You have to be able to expect that later in life, though, as well, because that's going to come back and bite you. So,
Which I would, as a parent, totally get.
Yeah, me
it's
too,
like,
me
you know
too.
what? Because look, if you're that tied into your kids that your heart's going to get broken when they're an adult, that they don't want to spend Thanksgiving with you, you've kind of failed as a parent. Or you failed to misunderstand the concept. Look at the birds.
Right.
This is what birds do. They kick you out, you fly or you die. But they know the whole purpose is I have to teach you to fly.
Right.
Don't be coming back looking for worms. Go.
You're on your own now. Yeah.
Yes, but perhaps it's the way we develop emotional attachments as humans.
It's that plus I think, parents over time have gone from being parents to being friends.
Yes.
And a lot of these friend parents, just think that's that carries beyond like, oh, we're always going to be friends and you're always going to spend time with me. It doesn't necessarily work that way. I totally agree with the idea of the concept of you go on, you start your own life, you have your own family unit, and that's who you thrive with, and that's the way it should be. And you still do reserve time for family, but it doesn't necessarily have to be on, quote-unquote, the holidays. Like for us, Thanksgiving's that's the one we give to everybody. Everybody's invited. We're doing our thing. If you want to come on down. Let's hang out as a family, have a good old time. But Christmas has always been, and it's stayed that way, has always been we're staying home, we're doing Christmas as a unit, and that's what we do.
Are you one of those open a present Christmas Eve families?
We open one Christmas Eve and then the rest on Christmas Day, and that's typically what we do. So, but again, there's not usually a lot under the tree for my wife and I. It's usually mostly about the kids. We usually have stocking stuff, little things in the stockings, and here's a Starbucks gift card or whatever.
So do you think that the commercialism can it change? Is it just going to perpetually get worse?
I think it's going to get worse. I don't see it getting any better. I mean, I don't think that's the only way it would get better is if all if everything stopped, if all of the social media stopped, if the internet broke, if there was no television, then maybe it would get better. But other than that, there's this.
But if do you think would people ever just get to the point they're like, I'm tired of the commercialism and drop out? There's never going to be that big wave, is there?
No, I don't think so. Unless everybody that's old dies and we get a new generation of people that just decide, screw Christmas, screw the commercialism.
Well, I'm not saying I the idea behind it, if that's your thing, or just the idea of peace on earth, and which I find hilarious that you're talking about peace on earth and goodwill towards men during Christmas when
right. You're stepping on each other for
people become even worse than they are throughout the rest of the year. For the latest
Star Wars toy.
But yeah, I mean, that is an admirable idea, but it's all about buy me stuff.
Yeah.
And we, we buy into it. It's kind of chicken and egg. Is it that it's something that's marketed to people so they buy into it, or is it something that we just do and then they're like, hey, we can even, now let's market to them and hype it up even more.
I don't know. Think about it. George Lucas is really to blame for the commercialism of Christmas now.
I see where you're going with it, but I don't know that I fully lay it at his feet.
Because he was.
I lay a lot at his feet.
He was the one that started marketing those toys, man, and
before
really
they were even available.
Before they were available, and Christmas became a big, toy thing. Pretty much in the 70s. I mean, do you think about it? Well, I wasn't born before that, but was it really that big of a commercial bump in the 60s and the 50s as it is now?
Maybe not. Maybe not, but I mean, I don't.
I blame George Lucas.
Okay. No, I'm fair with that because I blame him for a lot of stuff too, episodes 1 through 3. I don't know. I don't know if this would have just been the point that we naturally would have gotten to, and if not Star Wars toys, it would have been something else. Cabbage Patch Kids, Teddy Ruxpin, whatever. Yep. That we eventually would have just gotten to this point.
Yeah. But what's weird about it is it's not necessarily the toys anymore. I don't know if you've been keeping up with that.
I don't know what the hell kids buy anymore. If you go to Toys R Us,
if you go to these places now and ask what the hot thing is, it's mostly digital. It's mostly
right.
iPads or it's big ticket items. It's gone away from the small ticket items,
which is sad because then it takes away the kids' imagination.
Yeah, it's gone to the Xbox and the PlayStation and the $80 games and everything else that. Video games when I was a kid, you bought the game and you got the game. That was it. Now you buy the game and you got to buy all the add-ons to it.
Right.
So you end up paying like $300-$400 for this game.
And then do you really spend time playing with anybody? I mean, you might play with your friends online, but I mean, it doesn't. How
many of those are really your friends too?
Well, none of which is funny because they're like, I know this guy online. Like, you don't know him. You've never met him.
Right.
Exactly. Look what happened. You were talking to the guy, you thought everything was fine, and then boom, Chris Hansen's in the kitchen.
That's awful.
Well, it's true.
Totally true. Yeah, totally true.
My stepson, that happened. There was some online video game he was playing when he was a little kid, and he had an account set up where everything was locked down, and then he was at a friend's house, couldn't remember his password, so creates a new account. And then all of a sudden, this guy's giving him stuff and talking to him like, holy
Yikes.
Crap. Yeah. It's like, no.
Spooky.
But no, he gave me all this free stuff. He sounds really nice. Yeah, I'm sure he does. Mm-hmm. And that was the night he had a talking to.
Yikes.
It's like, what? Holy crap, what? And he had just had the birds and bees talk, so you followed that up like a week later with the, that talk, and it's like, yikes. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Stuff. But you don't. That's where those guys, prey is online.
Yeah, I think Thanksgiving gets a bad rap as far as the holidays are concerned. It's that one in the middle that nobody kind of thinks about.
I think it's getting ignored now because, like you said, Christmas bleeds right into it. Christmas starts prior to it, but I mean, everybody's running out after they eat. Mm-hmm. To go start buying stuff.
And people skip Thanksgiving to go wait in line at Best Buy.
Screw that.
I would never do that. Thanksgiving's my favorite.
Well, now, don't they have another Tech Monday or E-Monday or whatever where you get all the same deals? Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday, yeah. That's where you get all the cyber deals.
We have an economy that thrives based upon people buying stuff. Mm. That is how the economy thrives.
It is.
So... maybe that's why we should be grateful for the holidays because it hopefully keeps us in.
Right.
It keeps us employed.
Oh,
but yeah. I mean, I know my shopping for my shops. I have to gear up. I have to buy different stuff. I have to make sure I've got plenty of stuff to get us, from November to December. Mm-hmm. And my buying's going to go up because our numbers will go up. because you have people coming in and buying things, and there's stuff that maybe not doesn't sell throughout the rest of the year, but during the holidays, during December, people are like, yeah, it's a stocking stuffer, it's this, it's that. So it affects me on the work side. Hence, I'm exhausted and don't even want to do anything.
Right. I'll tell you one thing I do like about the holidays is the time you get off, because I think most people take either a week in Thanksgiving or a week in Christmas or both.
See, and on my side in retail, I don't get that.
Yeah.
Which stinks, because I got to work the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And that whole week of Christmas.
Well, the fact that I work by proxy in retail as well
right.
means I don't get a lot of those days off too.
Right, but you're not going to be traveling as much, I guess.
No, that's true, yeah. But I know I'll be working Black Friday.
I could actually open the shop on Christmas. I won't be doing anything.
I'll be working Black Friday. I know that. Doing an event.
Are you?
Black Friday. Yeah.
Nice. Would you like to promote that, or maybe later?
Yeah, maybe later.
Okay.
But yeah, so I mean that's just the way it goes, though. I mean, but it's out of the three, I guess I'd say Thanksgiving's my favorite. Halloween's probably second, and Christmas is third.
I like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That would be my favorite.
Yeah.
Halloween, like you said, I'm a little old now. I can't drink, so no point in going to parties or anything.
Right.
But sluts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sluts.
What's that? 4?
Yeah.
4 references. Steve should be happy.
Sluts.
Yeah, that's 5.
If you want to bring a slut to Christmas or to Thanksgiving dinner, that's fine.
Are we going to go for 10? He should love it. We've got a private little game going on here. Not quite a drinking game, but just you can kind of follow along. That would be fun. Oh, there's a one book I read every year is David Sedaris' Holidays on Ice, and there is a story called Dinah the Christmas Whore, which is absolutely awesome. And Sedaris is just excited because his sister actually brings a prostitute home for Christmas.
What?
Yes,
That's
awesome.
awesome.
A friend. It's a great book. It takes about a couple hours to read. It's short. A lot of great stories. But yeah, that, and I actually now I will say this: I do give that book to people every year.
Yeah.
If I know somebody who's a reader and would appreciate the humor, that is one thing I will give every year. And just like, do yourself a favor, take 2 hours, just relax, and you're going to laugh your ass off.
Yeah. I do like the thoughtful gift. I'll tell you that. If I'm going to get anything for Christmas, especially from friends, the thoughtful gift is something that I definitely appreciate. Something that you didn't see coming, something that maybe they knew you were interested in by knowing you as a person.
Sure.
That always makes more sense to me than the pat, I know I want this thing, I want this thing, and you bought it for me.
Well, yeah, and at this point, giving cigars to each other is kind of just like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because we have so many of them.
Exactly. There's nothing you can really surprise us with on that side.
Yeah, that's a good point. So have we killed another half hour for folks?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Hey, so thanks for spending part of your Monday with us and listening to us gripe about the holidays. Don't let that get you down, though, because you know what? The holidays are what you make them. So if you've got some people in your life and you love them, by all means, take a chance and or take the time and let them know. Don't feel like you have to buy them stuff. Just sit down and let them know or spend some time talking to them. That's really what it's all about. So,
and if there's some people in your life that you don't like and you only have to spend this one time a year with them, just suck it up and spend that time with them because, then you don't have to see them again for a while. So
there you go. There's that as well.
Just drink a lot. That way you're maybe not so much that you say some things you don't want to say, but drink enough that you're comfortable.
So you're talking about just riding that line between...
Yeah, right, that comfortably numb line.
There you go.
To quote Pink Floyd. Yeah,
nicely done,
you definitely want to be comfortably numb.
Nicely done.
Check us out now on iHeartRadio.
Whoa, we've made the big time.
Yeah.
We're on iHeartRadio.
So just go into the Google sphere and just type in Love to Hate Podcast, and iHeartRadio is one of the first one that pops up. You can also find us on Spreaker, iTunes, and YouTube.
Nice.
We do have some people listening to us on YouTube and making comments. Thank you, Poolside Cigar Reviews, for the comments, and Brian McGee. And we just got to give those guys a shout out. If you make comments, nice or not, we'll probably say something about you.
There we go. That works. All right, kids. We'll talk to you next Monday.
See you next time.